So I have my Sam and Dean pop figures to help me update you on Sam and Dean the Squirrels. So I kept forgetting to call, and I also felt like if I started calling, I would become one of those irritating people that calls every day and it's like, okay, how are they now? Because I miss them so much, and that's the weird thing is like, Sam was adorable, but I only knew Sam for a day. And Dean I had for 3 days and 2 nights, and he was the one that was closest to death, and the one that I was feeding and everything, so I became really attached to him, and even though it was only 3 days, I still miss him. It's been almost a month, and I miss him so much. So I finally called, and they were really sweet, and they told me that Sam and Dean are really close to being released. Basically any day now, they're just waiting to find a good spot to release them. They've been in an outdoor enclosure for 2 weeks, and they're in the process of becoming wild again. Because obviously they can't release fully tamed squirrels. That would not be good for them. She said they're crazy. She hasn't worked with them like really intimately in about 2 weeks because they're outside and because we're trying to remind them that they're wild. And she said when she has to catch them, it's like almost impossible. They bonded Sam and Dean to 3 other squirrels because there was another litter from this area. So they're a litter of 5 now, and they'll be released together as 5, which is great. Apparently, getting them to get along at first was a big problem, which I'm not really surprised about. She said they're really healthy, and they're getting much bigger, of course. When I dropped them off, Dean was they were like, he's a little weird. He was just kind of wobbly, and he climbed funny, and there's something going on in his eyes, and they thought it was probably brain damage due to severe dehydration. They said it wasn't anything to really be too concerned about, but obviously they would have to keep an eye on him. But it sounds like he's a perfectly normal squirrel, as she said. So he recovered from all that, which is great news because I was kind of worried about that little boy. And of course they thanked me for bringing them in, and I was like, thank you for giving me such a great update. And it's so nice that they were more friendly than just like, oh, they're fine. But they actually gave me details and chatted to me about them. And they said that they've been calling them Sam and Dean ever since I dropped them off. So they're still Sam and Dean to everybody, which is pretty great. If you're happy to find out about this update, give it a thumbs up, pretty please. And subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out.